Montgomery is a symbol of hope. 9-year-old Lucas is fighting every day for his life. While Lucas is facing an uphill battle, his story will someday save many lives. If you watch a football game at Kinnick Stadium between 1989 and 1992, the odds are probably pretty good you heard the cheers "Lou" for Lou Montgomery. The former Waterloo East standout had a very productive career playing fullback for legendary Hawkeye head football coach Hayden Fry. When Lou finished in 1992, he ranked in the top 10 on the Iowa Hawkeye all-time list for touchdowns scored in his career. Lou was a hero on the gridiron, but he made his best move off the field when he met and married his college sweetheart, the former Stacy Beecham. This union produced a family that strongly resembles the Huxtables from the 1980s hit TV series, The Cosby Show. In a 6-year period, the Montgomerys had 4 children, 3 beautiful, energetic girls, Mariah, Chelsea, and Haley, and finally a boy, Lucas, born on July 31st, 1997. This videotape shows a 3-year-old Lucas battling for his little piece of turf among his older sisters. Up until that time, Lucas Montgomery looked, sounded, and behaved like an average 2- or 3-year-old child, playing, running around, and jostling with his sisters. But his parents began to notice little things that would indicate a greater problem.
He was about 3 years old, and he still wasn't talking. So we were like, why isn't he talking?
The early diagnosis for Lucas indicated hearing loss.
So we get him hearing aids. He's at speech therapy 3 times a week. The hearing aids was supposed to be the solve-all to the speech. Well, never occurred.
What did occur was Lucas's condition was further complicated with the loss of physical skills. The Montgomerys would keep taking Lucas to specialists looking for answers. The responses they got were autism, behavioral disorders. But for more than 5 years, Lou, Stacy, and the Montgomery family remained in the dark as to what was truly wrong with Lucas, until they met Dr. Sarah Copeland at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital in January of 2006.
Lucas has a real rare disorder.
Dr. Copeland is a pediatric doctor specializing in metabolic genetics, and she discovered Lucas Montgomery as a form of mucopolysaccharidosis, or MPS IIIB. Lucas is missing an enzyme in his brain that is used to break down the long-term sugars in his body. Over time, these sugars build up, enlarging the cells and causing damage throughout the body. The life expectancy for MPS IIIB is from the mid to late teens, and there is no cure.
There's nothing that could have been done to reverse the symptoms or to get to, to prevent where he's at now. They're all inherited. The vast majority are what we call autosomal recessive, meaning that the mom carries one copy of the gene change. Dad carries one copy of the gene change. And they get together, and depending on the egg and the sperm. And so it takes a lot of factors. Luck of the draw. The kids, they lose things. They lose. And the parents have to deal with the fact that their child who once could speak in full sentences can no longer speak. And sometimes the kid that could walk can no longer walk. And that's the hardest part about any of these disorders, is the parents seeing a regression in their children.
You know what Taylor's particularly in March when he was fitted for his wheelchair. I mean, again, you think about those memories that we have as, I'm tossing him the football and I'm teaching him the 34 trap, and how to run the sweep. And he, you see him doing those kinds of things as a 1- and 2-year-old, and he's getting excited, and I got the football jersey.
Well, I've always said the journey that we're going through knowing seems to be a lot easier than the journey we were going through not knowing what to expect and what was going on. So even though we have answers, it's not the answers we want, at least we know what we're working with, and with hope and faith, we can do something about it.
And the Montgomery family has taken their story public with some very good results. They coordinated a fundraising event last September called Laps for Lucas, which attracted hundreds of people and raised $18,000, with every penny going to research. 16-year-old Matthew Allen of Cedar Rapids was diagnosed with MPS II, or Hunter's disease, 10 years ago. mother, Mary Allen, says the Montgomerys have been a godsend.
Matthew was diagnosed almost 10 years ago, and we just kind of sat to the back and just dealt with day by day. And since the Montgomerys found out about Lucas, they have taken this ball and they are running with it. And they are including everybody, including us, so often. And I don't know how else to say. Thank you. Thank you.
The former football hero Lou and Stacy say their inspiration comes from Lucas, who loves and lives and fights every day.
Lucas has got the spirit of a lion. He's a happy boy, even though he's going through pain daily that he doesn't express to us and can't express to us. He's not able to verbalize much, but he's always able to do so with his eyes. So, yeah, he's our inspiration.
Although there is no cure for MPS, there is hope. Experimental enzyme replacement therapy is currently being done for patients with MPS II or Hunter's disease, and there is growing awareness. The Montgomery family will hold another Laps for Lucas fundraiser on Sunday, September 9th at Cedar Rapids Prairie High School. You can find out more about this special event and also more about MPS by going to lapsforlucas.com or mpssociety.org. Very courageous family, getting their story out there. Hopefully, if it's too late to help Lucas, they want to help other families who could possibly come in contact with this horrible disorder.
Thanks, Rick. Good job. Interesting that the doctor calls it the luck of the draw. It's kind of what life's all about sometimes.
It really is.
All right, we'll be right back.